Shot. Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today me and Susan will be discussing a Wes Craven movie made in 1989, um, a tale about a serial killer, a,
Yep.
sl- a slasher, who cheats death in a sort of unusual way.
Yeah.
We are talking Shocker.
Yes.
So without further ado, we'll hop over there to Susan with our opening thoughts on this movie, Shocker.
First things first, Lee. When you're rubbing your cat, you are generating some static electricity. You could get a shock, and
Oh,
that could lead you into some sort of trouble, like with this current movie that we're discussing. This
I
one,
am I am in trouble anyway because she's got her head under my armpit at the moment. I don't know what she's doing. Carry on, Susan.
that's good. And the other thing that's really important to realize about this podcast is that we're in different parts of the world. We're using the internet, and we are using electricity to do this, and we are using a lot of the technology that these guys wanted to sort of create, being that the people were traveling back and forth across the the region, through hyperspace, through cyberspace, through the electricity. So I mean, it was this guy, Horace Pinker, played by Mitch Pileggi. There we are. We had just referred to him, sort of bounced over him in the story that we just reviewed, which was Vampire in Brooklyn, another Wes Craven one. But this one, he takes the center stage, and he plays. And this Horace Pinker guy is a creepy white guy, and I just gotta say that way because, like, yeah, there's like uh, everything that he does is just completely bonkers, like a Unabomber bonkers, like that kind of thing. Anyway, he's got uh he's got a horrible tendency to treat people like, well, like to kill them. And then even after he loses his life and he becomes sort of this amorphous being that travels through the wires, and you know as inspired by the same a similar amorphous being that already exists in there,
Yeah,
big lips and teeth kind of thing. And so I don't know, that guy was, yeah, he got problems. And even if when he's doing that, he's just bound and determined to kill people. And he gets inside people, he starts possessing people, and it's just, it's a story that that Wes Craven wanted to do, and it's a story that he worked on for a while and then put down and then worked on again. And yeah, he was really, oh, Shocker was really gruesome. It had lots of bloody moments. The one that I was thinking of, was where, his victims, like, there were lots of he had lots of victims, but there was one lady who wouldn't die, and that was Allison. And so she's like the only one who stood up to him. And then she did die, and then she led her boyfriend guy to find this heart that stopped him from, a golden heart on necklace that she gave him, that stopped him from traveling back and forth between people. And let's see, other things about this is, a lot of it was shot day for night, and you could definitely tell because there was, though they tried to pull the colors out of it, there were still colors that remained, and you don't ever get any color in the play. But that was only a couple shots, so I just noticed that. Small deal, really. Didn't completely pull me out of the movie, but it did was like, whoa, that's day for night, not that's not normal. Anyway, so that's not normal nighttime shooting anyway. And then the other thing was uh Ted Raimi's in this, which is great. That's Sam Raimi's brother, I think, or cousin.
Yeah, I was like that. Oh, that's Ted.
Yeah,
but on the credits, it's Theodore Raimi.
yeah, that was funny too.
It threw me that. It threw me that.
Yeah, and yeah, so it was fun. It was a little more lighthearted than you'd
Hmm.
think because it's you know it wasn't as actually shocking as I thought it would be.
Well, I think the name Shocker comes from the electric chair thing. Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The electric chair thing was really interesting. Well, what were your opening thoughts, Lee?
Uh, I've never seen this movie before. I've always it's always passed me by, and I knew about it. I knew about the hit song off it, "No More Mr. Nice Guy," because that was a big hit over here at the time. Um, but the movie sort of passed me by until I watched it this week. Um, I enjoyed it. Um, it it's not as serious as you say. There's comedy in this. There's it's the story wise about a slasher killing people is a bit gross, especially when he kills Alex and the girlfriend in the bathroom. A lot of blood in there. But the comedic it's the comedic thing about this as well. Um, you know, he cheats death by going through the what do you call it the electrical network, um, so he can come through the television screens, um, which Wes Craven has used has done a bit of this before with Freddy.
Yeah,
So he was using old ideas,
yeah,
like the young kid Jonathan. He kept seeing the killer in his dreams,
yeah.
committing the murders. It just that harking back to Freddy,
Yep.
uh, Elm Street.
Yes,
So
definitely.
he was regurgitating old ideas, but putting a sort of a fresh take on them. Um, yeah, a nasty piece of work was Mr. Pinker, TV repairman, with his limp. Um,
Yeah, that was the only way you could tell who he was inhabiting, sometimes.
the limp was always there, whose body he was in.
Yep.
There was no real reason why he that happened to him, apart from we assume it was a demon or something in the TV set in the cell.
Right?
Um, I've got a question though, Susan.
Yeah.
Where did where did he get the jump leads from?
You
He's
know,
in the cell,
I
he's in the cell on his on his knees, the TV, going praying to the TV, but he's holding two jump leads, what are connected to the TV.
and
Where
there's
the hell
there's all that extra wire around.
where the hell did all that lot come from?
I
He's
don't
in the cell, he's in prison, he's on death row.
I don't know, and I don't think that they really that would really necessarily be provided for him.
Yeah, what would you like? I'll have some jump leads.
As you call him the governor, the prison governor would not ever hook you up like that. That would be something that they would go, I'm sorry.
Why would you need that?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you could have a nice last meal, but we're not giving you some jump leads and a TV set. Seeing as we know you're a TV repairman.
And the other thing that sort of like made me laugh or made me go, huh, was the fact that he was sitting in there shocking himself.
Yeah.
Ahead of electrocution, and you were like, and at that moment you'd think, it's time for us to tell the warden or the governor, as you guys call him, the prisoner over here, he's been sitting in there wired up to electricity for a while. He's not going to be easily electrocuted. Let's do it a different way. Let's take off his head. Let's give him the lethal injection. Those three medicines that mix together will paralyze you, slow you down, stop your heart. Just that. And yeah, I just was like, what the fuck? Why do they keep going forward with this once they've seen him like electrocuting himself? I mean, that made no sense.
It was good to see Heather Langenkamp in this.
Yeah.
There's a little cameo. There's
the very first
victim, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Wes Craven used to just use the actors what he was used to using. So he used to bring people back in different movies, which I suppose most directors do anyway.
Yeah, and the other thing that was great was like seeing Wes Craven himself at the end. I mean, you talk about the very beginning. I'm going to talk about the very end. He and his wife, Holly Kaplan are standing out on the porch of a really nice little house, and yeah, that other Jonathan has walked out onto the front yard with his coffee or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a bit gory in places, but it's not over the top gore. It's more comedic. With the way it pans out. So any moments what stand out for you?
It was good to see Timothy Leary.
He was the evangelist, wasn't he?
Yeah, I participated in some of his life experiments in my own life, and enjoyed seeing his robust portrayal of a televangelist. It was kind of like, it was a little smarmy, slimy stuff put out there. And then Brett Spiner was in there as a talk show guest. That was fun. And then
the whole thing where him and Jonathan had gone into the electrical world, and they were traveling through the channels on the TV. This is what part with the evangelist and all that lot, where they were just swapping and changing channels, and they were appearing in these shows.
Yeah.
Amazing how they did that.
like he's running after the car with Ward and June and the beaver.
And also with the nuclear explosion, where it's just blowing him across the place, and pink becomes the mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
Some great scenes. Just some of them happen so quick.
Yeah.
Blink, you miss them.
Yeah, that was really something.
I mean, a cameo from Alice Cooper in there as well.
Yeah, that was fun. is seeing Alice Cooper, and then and and then he went through the Boris Karloff movie, the
It's
Frankenstein.
alive.
Yes, the that Frankenstein moment was great, and then yeah, and then there's always the electrocutions scene, and then there's when he gets inside Pastore, like the cop, and then he's trying to shoot, but he doesn't shoot straight because he's never really held a gun. I mean, he knows what to do, but he doesn't. He never held a gun, so he never even. I mean, he just is able to shoot him in the shoulder.
He knows what to do with a knife.
Yeah, the knife is his tool.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I really liked the go ahead.
I must say some scenes for me, when the one where they drag him out and they have to resuscitate him after he's been shocking himself in the cell. And so one of the cops was giving him a mouth to mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And what does he do? He bites his bottom lip,
Yeah.
and the cops trying to pull his lip out of Pinker's mouth. And you see how far his mouth stretched, his lip just stretched.
Yeah. And then that cop that he was trying to pull the tongue out of his mouth,
Yeah.
he bit his fingers off.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. So
bits there's like two bits of finger and one bit of tongue sitting on the ground. Oh my god.
and then also the scenes where after the cop chasing him in the park jumps into the jogger's body
Mm-hmm.
and then jumps into the little girl's body.
Little girl. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, who eventually starts driving a bulldozer.
Yeah. Yeah. And really killed it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he must have gone through about 4 or 5 bodies just in that park to get to Jonathan.
Yeah. And he really and apparently working with the little girl, Wes didn't want to freak her the fuck out, so he was just like, kid, you're gonna have to just smile, and he showed her what to do with her face so that she would be able to mimic that, but he didn't like tell her what to do, like what was the mindset.
But
Like he might have somebody on some of the other thing, and then the other thing that was really something was the you know the roach
yeah,
they ate.
but one of the good scenes in this though is when Pinker invades Jonathan's dad's body, his father's body. He takes over his dad, and it's like a battle against his father, isn't it?
Yeah.
His father's trying to kill. Well, Pinker's trying to kill him, but it's in the form of his dad,
Yeah.
um, or should we say, adopted father.
Yeah, because apparently wasn't it true that Pinker was the father of
Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Well, that's what they were sort of mentioned in there, but if it's not really dwelled upon. So and maybe this is why Jonathan was seeing him in his dreams. There was a connection.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was some great scenes there and especially on the satellite when
Oh yeah.
Pinker he's expelled from the father's body and he's gone nationwide. I'm going global. It's a great idea. I mean, it's fantastical, but it's a great idea for a movie, and I know it wasn't a big smash hit at the box office, but
Well,
it's
with
still
the box office, you usually have that information at your fingertips.
I just saw it. It's box office. It raked in just over $16 million.
Huh. And what did it cost to make?
Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, no, it doesn't say.
Huh.
Just says the box office. But yeah, it's just a fun watch. One way you just leave your brain at the door and kick your shoes off, put your feet up, and watch it.
Yeah, agreed.
Anything else you want to say about Shocker?
Um. No, it's we've covered everything.
Yeah, they say the acting's not Oscar worthy, but it's these people what are chewing the scenery. I've no problems with that. So let's go over to then our final say and score. Then over to you.
Yeah. So I enjoyed Shocker. And I enjoyed this Wes Craven story hour that we've gone through on our way up to Halloween, which is tomorrow, and when we're putting this podcast together, and I just wanted to encourage people to go watch a scary movie because it is fun to
Yeah, fun. Yeah, fun.
they are fun, and this Shocker is a really cool one. It's really a great concept and great, and they did pretty good job. The special effects would have helped, 21st century special effects would have helped, but the story is solid,
Yeah,
and
there's some people out there what go, ooh, horror movies.
it's just fucking
Yeah, who more horror movies? I can't watch horror movies. They're only escapisms. They're not real.
yeah.
Uh, just sit back, relax, just have fun, laugh at it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, a movie's a movie, be it a horror movie, be it a sci-fi movie, be it a superhero movie, be it what do you call it, a Dickensian movie.
Yep.
You know,
Period.
just sit back. Yeah,
What
just
you
sit back.
Brits are really fucking good at.
Of course. What are you Yanks good at?
We're good at making horror flicks.
Well, I don't know about
Yeah. And not only that, not only are we good at making horror flicks, we're actually good at making horror flicks like victims into like heroines eventually. Like we just watched the redux of Scream last night, and those powerful people that started the franchise, they,
that.
they became really powerful in the end. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. A movie is a
so
movie.
this guy Jonathan, just give him another 10 years, and he'll be saving people from electrocution.
Or
Maybe
it'll be an
he'll work
electrician.
for the electric company anyway,
It must be a TV repairman. Um,
or or work in a nuclear power plant, for crying out loud.
that's true. So, what did you give this one again? Was it
I'd give it a 10.
10?
Give it 10. I'd give it 10. 10 body swaps out of 10.
Oh, cool. Well, for me, I'm going to give it a 10 as well. Okay, yeah, the acting can be a bit corny. The story's not an intellectual story, so what?
And,
It's an enjoyable.
the special effects were from the 90s, but hey, that's when it was made, guys.
It's just for me, it's a fun movie to watch. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. I'm going to give it 10 jump leads out of 10. Where did those come from? So that is
It did have shades of the Fourth Doctor. Do I have the right? Do I have the right? But he was like, I like this. This is good stuff.
So
And you watch all these Star Wars things right now, and they're using all that electricity to torture people, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this guy liked it. And Mitch Pileggi just killed it. He just ate the scenery all the way up.
Yeah, I mean, big character. I mean, the character was big. He big actor.
He was the guy in he was the commandant in X-Files, the FBI commandant or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
he reprised the role in the newest series, didn't he, as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is our little review then of Shocker. We got through it. That's a shock. So yeah.
Your cat didn't startle you with too much static electricity?
No, she's fast asleep over there now.
Oh,
so
that's sweet. Aww.
So yeah, you guys, if you'd like to join us, please join us. Leave us a message. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Insta, we're there. Leave us a message. You need to be 18 plus, have a laptop, PC, mobile phone, or tablet. Either one of those will do, but they have to have a microphone and a camera. Or is that a pepper grinder?
Pepper grinder if you wanted to, but it really won't do very well.
If you've got a pepper grinder, just you can join us as well.
You're such a god.
Also, as well, if you do, if, as I keep saying, if, no, you will subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell notification button, and you'll get notified every time we put one of these up. What you're watching now. So,
or you the Geeks Assemble pepper grinder.
That's what you win. It's an obligatory gift.
Make me laugh, dude. I can't. It's not safe.
It's when you become a member, you get one of those every time. We've got a van load around the back. So.
Oh my god! I got two guys. This is so funny.
So that is it. That is that's Shocker over and done with. So I think we'll say our goodbyes. Do you like to say anything, Susan, before we go?
No, it's great. Great fun doing these. Just so much fun.
Okay. Well, okay. Until next time. Bye for now.